I was caught in a tight embrace with my cousin, and my husband's colleague saw it. He didn't just see it, he secretly took a photo and texted it straight to my husband. I knew absolutely none of this. A few days later, my cousin messaged me, "Rory, sis, Liam offered me $1 million to leave you. Rory, should I take it or tell him to add a zero?" Liam and I were in the middle of a cold war. He walked out of his study, impeccably dressed as always, just as I was slipping on my sneakers. "None of your business, Mr. Stone." My tone was deliberately clipped. He just stood there, watching me head out the door without another word. See? The stubborn man had zero intention of ending this ridiculous standoff. Before we were married, I was completely obsessed with Liam's aloof intellectual vibe, the kind of high-powered corporate lawyer who was always the calmest person in the room. It took me 3 months of practically haunting his law firm to get him to date me, and we were married a year later. But over time, the flaw in the aloof intellectual model became obvious. Liam is a lawyer, and he maintains absolute, clinical composure at all times, even when we're arguing. The fight started late last night. I was padding barefoot into the pantry to grab a jumbo bowl of spicy deep dish pizza, with extra sausage and jalapenos, naturally, and I turned around to find Liam standing in the doorway of the master bedroom, holding my plush slippers. "The floor is cold, put these on. It's too late for anything heavy or spicy. If you're truly hungry, I can warm up some milk." Who can refuse a loaded deep dish pizza at midnight? I tried to charm my way out of it. "Babe, I just really have a craving for this one thing." Liam was unmoved. He bent down to slip my slippers onto my feet while smoothly confiscating the pizza box from my hands. "No, Audrey, you'll be up all night with heartburn and indigestion. I don't mind staying up a little late. Please, just let me have this one small indulgence. I'm an artist, used to a more free-spirited life, and while I knew Liam meant well, that occasional indulgence was a genuine comfort. Absolutely not." The perpetual refusal. My temper flared. "Liam Stone, yes? I'm mad at you. I hear that. You're sleeping in the study tonight. Fine, but the pizza is still off limits." This is how every fight with Liam went. He never yelled, never argued, but he was relentlessly insistent on his principles. Once I cooled down, I'd usually say a few sweet words, and he'd act like nothing happened, and we'd be fine. If I hadn't needed to leave today, we would have probably made up by lunch, but I really had plans. I'd promised my uncle I would take my cousin for university orientation. "Audrey, over here." I barely recognized Rory when I picked him up. The person standing in front of me had a sharp, short haircut, was dressed totally androgynously, and was nearly 6 feet tall. If the features hadn't looked vaguely familiar, I never would have believed this was my soft, bubbly little cousin. "It's been so long, sis." Rory gave me a strong hug, and that familiar, easy warmth finally clicked. "I haven't seen you in 3 or 4 years. I barely recognized you. When did you get so tall?" Rory's whole look had changed, and even his voice sounded deeper, more neutral. He chuckled. "I started taking on commissioned artwork for graphic novels over the breaks to earn money, so I started dressing the part. I'm already 5'10", and these boots add another couple of inches. You into graphic novels? I can hook you up with some free art commissions. You know." I shook my head. "That's not my thing, but I'm glad you love it. Let's get you checked in." "Perfect. And, sis, can you help me find a place near campus? It's hard to do client work from the dorms on weekends." "Don't worry, I cleared it with Dad. He already agreed." "Deal. Once we're done with orientation, we'll go look at apartments." The school paperwork was easy, but finding an apartment was a headache. We were still looking when the sun went down. I took Rory out to eat. "Don't stress about the apartment. I'll take you out again tomorrow." Rory agreed. "Sounds good. It's been ages, right?" I was